Good morning and welcome back to the Dusty Ranch. If you haven't seen any videos in a while, you probably haven't missed anything because I haven't put any videos out since December. Part of the reason is the mill was at Wood Miser almost the entire month of January. As you might remember, I was having some problems with the AccuSet 2 there, and I just wanted to give you a little update there. We'll flash back for just a second to picking up the mill. Well, hello friends. I know it's been a little while since I put a video out, but to be honest, I haven't really had anything to be able to video because for the past couple weeks, my sawmill has been sitting over here. Tyler has been working on it and trying to get the AccuSet 2 to start working for me again, and hopefully the problem is solved. It's a funny story, and maybe I'll tell it to you a little later on, but I just wanted to update you. The LT-40 wide is heading home with me. Got about a 2-hour drive back to the house, but yeah, I've got they just closed the gates here at Wood Miser, so I am pulling out and going back to the western part of the state. There's my update. So I had called Indianapolis a couple of times and they're super helpful, but in all actuality, they couldn't help me because I don't know what the problem actually was. So we threw a couple of parts at it. I put those new parts on, nothing changed. And so at that point, it was a matter of just wiggling wires and seeing if something was loose. I pulled the panel off for the third time and tinkered with it for probably 2 hours and decided that, I just I wasn't able to dedicate the amount of time or energy to it that I needed to. So I made the 2.5-hour drive down to Oaksboro and dropped it off before the new year. I get a call from the tech there. He's a great dude. And he says, Mr. Bradley, what exactly is this thing doing? I said, it's not working. He said, well, it's working now. So I told him, I said, just keep it, tinker with it. When you walk past it, turn it on, because it was doing it for 2 months. That AccuSet computer was just reading an error. I could do everything manual. All those drum switches were working fine, but that AccuSet was just not operating. So he messed with it for about 2.5 weeks. He calls me back. He says, I can't fix what I can't find, which I understand. I mean, if it's not going to do it, he obviously can't do anything about fixing it. So drove my 2.5 hours back down and picked it up, and it is now President's Day, February the 20th, and it's been working fine. So I don't know what was loose. I don't know what was obscured, but apparently it just needed, my wife says it needed to be taken out and about because it was feeling cabin fever. So maybe it just needed to be driven around in order to feel useful. But it's been working for about 2.5-3 weeks now. So I've stacked up a couple of stacks of lumber with it, and it's working fine. So praying that it continues to work fine. They, of course, at Wood Miser said they've got everything documented. So if it reverts at some point, they're going to take care of me like Wood Miser does. So I'm much appreciative on that. But like I said, it's been a little while since I put a video out. I've been throwing some energy at some different projects and just haven't had time to really sit down and explain that. But I've got the day off and got the day to actually do some sawdust making. So I wanted to share with you guys what was going on. Hopefully we don't have to dig into that computer, that setwork system anymore. But I still want to, at some point, I've got a video of me replacing some of those parts inside of the set works, opening up that panel, and I want to share that with you too, because it is, if you've never looked in there before, it's a little bit intimidating. So like I say, I want to share that with you, so in case you guys ever have to pop that thing open, you're not terrified at the immense number of wires that are inside of that container. So I'm gonna go make some sawdust. I hope you guys have a great day, and there'll be more videos with actual sawdust being made here in the near future. Happy President's Day. And I almost forgot. Until we see you next time, keep it dusty.